Hello, my name is Mary, and for today's video, let us talk about dowry, engagement, and wedding for a Filipino tradition, right? Okay, I am talking this for like a Filipino and a Filipina wedding. But somehow, if it's a mixed culture, then that is totally fine as well. I'm just sharing you our cultures and tradition. Okay, so let's talk about Dory. Okay, in my family, w- it's not like it's okay without Dory, right? But I've heard and some of the videos, especially if they're from the mountains, right? Like remote area, they do also receive Dory. And that I don't know. I remember um some of a family member told me that their dowry is like 100 USD. But that depends on the family. But my family does not, or it's okay to my family that we don't have any dowry as long as we are legally married or married in the church. Okay. So that is for the dowry. Okay. And number two, we are talking about engagement. European engagement are somehow both of for that, right? Where your fiancé will have to surprise you with a ring, kneel down on you, and you go to fancy dining in order for you to have an intimate mm, engagement, or maybe some of a friend, right? But in the Philippines or in a Filipino culture, it's not like that. If ever you've been together for like even not more than a year or even less than a year, right? You are together for less than a year and you both or your family knows about it, and your families are conservative and they don't like you to get married, then your family members will have to tell you or tell to the groom that we go for pamamanhikan in Tagalog or pamalay in Bisaya, which means that is also a form of engagement, where even though you are poorest of the poor or you are from the mountains, then from one mountain to another, the groom or the family of the man will have to go to their house of the wife, soon to be wife, or um what is this, like soon to be bride, and then they will have to go there, bring their food, all of the food. Let's say, what can they offer in the table? Like um maybe soft drinks, pork, but it's already cooked, right? Rice, lumpia. It's kinda fiesta or birthday celebration, but um the groom's family will have to go there and bring all those stuff from one place to another, and they have to ask the parents to get married. And then if the family of the bride or soon to be bride are kind of strict, and then they will have to say, hey, when would be the wedding? If it's your wedding, then I will ask for maybe 3 pigs to kill, 2 cows to kill, or maybe goat to kill, or whatsoever. And then they have to meet halfway, and after that, they they agree to what they agree, and then after that, then people people from the neighbors will eat because they will be there watching, and that's the first step of reunited, right? It's a great pride when your fiancé will have to do that for you. Okay, all right. And then, well, the negative part about it is when there are old people. Let's say maybe that le- 40 years old single man is still single, and then there is, let's say, 18 or 20-year-old young lady, and then they will have to do the gambling. They have to say, hey, we will do pamamanhikan even though they are not in love with each other, or even though the woman does not love him. They'll just have to take the risk, right? Anyway, he's old already. And then they will have to go to the family of the woman, and they will ask her to get married. Well, I noticed that, or I experienced that. It's not me personally, but I was a young child back then when one of my neighbors is crying because there is an old man wanted to get married with her. And yeah, still the same, bringing some stuff like all, like soft drinks, food, everything for all the neighborhood. But it turns out not so well because, of course, she's not in love. They're not boyfriend and girlfriend, so she refused it. And she's still so young. So she refused it. And her mama, good thing because her mama and the family say no to it or against it, because it could have been a possibility that the parents will have to say, hey, well, that's good enough. Then, yeah, you get married with him. He's a good guy, like that. Okay, so now let us talk about wedding tradition. Okay, for the wedding traditions, then, yeah, especially if you're from a Roman Catholic or any type of Christianism near in the Philippines, then um hopefully, or it's 90% that they wanted you to get married in the church. Although some others are doing it for like civil wedding, but not that common. So they are urged to do it by the church. Okay. And yeah, so even though you are poor, no matter what you do, like Filipino to Filipino, then they will have to agree. Remember that you all agree during your um, pre-wedding or engagement, saying that uh, your family or the groom's family will have to provide maybe three pigs, two cows, or one goat. They raise it, like they have to buy it prior to the wedding. So maybe they'll have to say, okay, let's buy one pig, two pigs, like this, and then they will raise it and then kill it on the wedding day. And then same thing, if both of them are from the mountains, then they have to go from one place, one mountains to another. Or if ever your girlfriend is from Cebu and then the man is from Bohol, then they will have to go there. Not all family members, but at least your mom and dad or your close family or friend will have to go visit to your wedding. And yeah, um, if it's here only in the Philippines, like I mean, like if it's only from one mountains to another, then all the groom's family will do all, like all the cooking, everything, because that is the cultures and tradition. And the wife or the family of the wife will not have to do anything. No cooking, no killing or what. Maybe they could help, but it's not that mandatory. Okay, so yeah, well, of course, that's totally different. If you are married with a foreigner, then you'll have to do all the lavish, but not all are doing it. So if you can afford, then you can do like mm, prenuptial photo shoot, go to the fancy restaurant, rent to a very fancy dress, By the way, also dress that the women's are wearing or part of the entourage, all of them are uh, only rented, because I've heard wedding dress in the US or other countries, they are owning it by themselves. That's all. All right. So thank you so much. My name is Mary once again from the Philippines. Goodbye for now. Continue to support my channel by doing mm, touching my live stream, and continue to support by doing subscribe, share, and like my video. Goodbye for now.